Chris Eubank Jr. defeats Arthur Abraham pretty easy to a unanimous decision. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing clinic. He did what he was supposed to do. Chris Eubank Jr. now he's in the World Boxing Super Series. Talk about a little about his opponent as well, a little bit coming up. But in this fight, I think he showed a little bit of growth as well. He showed that he can go 12 with a tough guy. He showed he can keep his focus. I mean, he throws every punch the way you want it to be thrown, that he needs to throw. I mean, that right uppercut is one of the best in the business. East, West, South, North America, Australia, wherever. He's very accurate. You could tell. I don't know if he's naturally good at throwing an uppercut, or he just works at it, but he looks like a natural at throwing an uppercut, and like he really, really worked hard at it. It's a mixture between both. And the body shots today, right and left. He was working the hooks right and left, doing very well. I mean, shooting that uppercut, the jab looked good today. He was trying to loop the hooks around Arthur Abraham's high guard, had some success doing that as well. Arthur Abraham, I thought he would do a little bit more. I see he hasn't grown since the Super 6 as well. Since middleweight, he hasn't done any additions to his game, any honing, any refining. He don't have no new tools. And I said you can't teach an old dog new tricks in the prediction video, and that was an accurate statement. He had his moments. He landed a good shot on Eubank Jr. Eubank Jr. showed he had some dog in him, similar to Crawford. Once you hit one of those guys with a good shot, they want to get you back 10 times more viciously than you hit them. And that's what Eubank Jr. did a few times in this fight. Abraham landed a good fight. He had a reaction where he'd jump right back on him, and Abraham couldn't do anything about it. And what's funny is Abraham has a solid jab when he throws it. He's just not active. He's the same fighter he was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Tries to cover up and then catch you way on the back end and tries to explode with a wild combination. He's added nothing to his name. No additions to his game at all. And some people thought, Eubank Jr. was going to stop him. I picked a split decision and changed to a unanimous decision. I thought Arthur Abraham was going to pick his spots, to get it done. And there was some opportunities for him to catch Eubank Jr. coming in being over anxious. He just couldn't pull the trigger. Now, if you put Chris Eubank Jr. in there with a boxer that's able to see and capitalize on some of those weaknesses and chinks in his armor that he's starting to cover up. Record, you can tell. It could be a tough day, especially at super middleweight. His power, I don't know. It's solid. Arthur Abraham is a tough guesstimation to guesstimate your power. He's never been stopped before. He's been stopped once with an eye injury, but by accumulation, by punching, just without injury, he's hard to stop. He beat Edison Miranda with a broken jaw. So we'll see about Chris Eubank Jr., I see some growth, but he still has to calm down a little bit. I see him trying to rein in his punches a little bit with some of his punches. The jab looks good, and he's trying to take a little mustard off him, but he can't help but being a ball of energy, a fast, twitchy athlete. And I think he needs to calm down, be more patient, and pick his shots a little bit more. And I think, it's going to help him because obviously if he's throwing everything with mustard and the works on there, he got good conditioning because he didn't look tired this fight at all. So imagine if he reined in some of those punching power, picked his shots a little bit better, and was able to control the fight and the pace a little bit more and fight at a slower pace and just be more patient. He'll be a hell of a fighter. I think he's definitely a top 10, top 8 super middleweight. Do I think he's better than David Benavidez right now? Absolutely not. Better than, Caleb Plant? Absolutely. I don't know. Caleb Plant, I don't know. They're both too good. I think Eubank Jr. is for a little bit better competition. I don't know. I think he's better than, a lot of guys. I love to see him versus George Groves in the Super 8 tournament. He's the best athlete at super middleweight, right there neck and neck with Andre Darrell. Difference is he's not a shot fighter, so you might have to get him the head nod on that. But his opponent in the World Boxing Super Series tournament, I watched some tape of him. I forget his name. I got a funny name. He's a big, strong guy, that just likes to walk straight ahead and throws a lot of punches. Junior should have some fun with him. If he's going to ever get a knockout, this next fight is the one he's getting a knockout in. This guy's big and strong, but he just comes forward, doesn't know how to box. I seen him fought. I think he fought Marco Antonio Parabon and got the decision. I think Chris Eubank Jr. body shots and being able to step forward on the front foot is going to get this guy a problem to push this guy back. He should stop this guy. You know, I don't see him losing, but you never know in the sport of boxing. But I think he's going to win his World Boxing Super Series tournament. Did a great job versus Arthur Abraham. Definitely a top super middleweight in the world.